then, right there.
Hey, Steve. Not seen you for a bit, mate.
Are you still saying that car?
Yeah. No, we didn't have.
Are you sure?
Showed your t-shirt. Who's on your t-shirt today?
Topo, my hero.
Hey up.
What supplies we got?
Got some nice flowers.
Why have you got flowers, Ollie?
Hey,
Corona. He's catching it. He's catching it.
Oh, in the back. There you go.
Very romantic.
Why can't I see your faces like?
You can't. Is there a camera at bottom? You press
Yeah.
that and it comes on.
What? Can you not see me? No.
Yeah, I can see you.
Share your screen.
Top right hand corner, I think, to change who's on screen.
Has Josh gone like?
I'm here. Just sort me light out. Is that a bit better?
No, it was better with light off, mate.
What's everybody got then?
So this is it. Lockdown beers with Ollie Evans and Josh King.
Do I not get mentioned anymore?
Oh, he's pissed off now.
That's better.
Pressing buttons, innit? Pressing buttons.
What's he doing? Who, me?
Oh, you turned your camera off.
Oh, have I? Yeah, I'm gonna wait there. Oh, fuck knows what it's doing, man. I don't like fucking Skype shit. Oh,
You're
there
back.
he is. He's
Hey,
back.
and now he's gone.
He's walked off. He's got face on again.
It's that dummy out, and he's blaming someone. I bet he's blaming someone else as well.
Bring me out. Oi.
So then, boys, what you been up to on lockdown?
Same
normal, really.
Yeah, Josh boy hasn't changed.
What, you been working?
Yeah.
Key worker, mate.
Yeah, gotta keep them farmers going.
What are you drinking, Josh?
Got me fruity boys.
Fruity boys, right? Of course he has.
What about you, Ollie? What you been up to on lockdown? You working?
No, I'm actually back in work on Monday. So I've been off for 3 weeks nearly now. And to be honest, it's driving me a bit mad.
Hey, up. Where's he gone?
He's gone again.
Can't sit in one place, can you?
Mate, I've been fucking busy.
Where have you been today?
Why can I only see Adam's face on freeze? Like, I'm sick of seeing your face now.
I don't know. Have you got a shit internet or something?
Yeah, probably. I live in
You
fucking
do live in sticks, don't you? Well, anyway, we can all see you, so that's all that matters.
Is that all that counts, is it?
Yeah.
I know, I don't feel sorry for you all, to be honest.
So anyway, boys, tell us a bit about your drift history, where you started. We'll let you start first, Josh.
Well, my best mate, he had a E34, and I spent like 6 weeks in the summer holidays back when I was probably 17, 18, and
how old are you now?
26, I think. Probably or 26, I can't remember. But yeah, we spent like 6 weeks changing an engine into his like V8 Touring. Then all of a sudden he decided he didn't want a Touring, he wanted to put it in a saloon, so we swapped it all over, and I was like, you know what, I'll go and buy myself a 318. It's probably the most underpowered piece of shit I've ever bought. And then yeah, just went to the local shutdown roundabout and probably did about 50, 60 attempts until I managed to actually do the full lap, and then I went home. Went to Birmingham Wheels, which is standard. Ruined cars, and then yeah, thought I might as well build myself a turboed one, and sort of spiraled from there.
I just want to say, the first time I ever went to Birmingham Wheels, I saw Josh going round in a smashed up, like you couldn't smash the car up anymore. Him and his old man going round with, I can't even remember if he had helmets on. It was, he had like something. It was, the car wasn't revving. It was just sitting on the limiter, just bouncing off the limiter, smashed bits. No, like the doors. I think it still had doors on it. It had no wings, no boot lid, no bonnet, no nothing. Smashed windows, and he's just going round and round in circles. I was just watching him going, I want to do that. I want to have a go.
Wait, white?
Hey?
Wait, white?
Yeah, white one.
Yeah,
I remember that car.
literally, like it's worse than a compact one I finished.
Yeah, it smashed to bits. And like I was just looking at the pair of you going around and I was thinking, why is your old man in that car with you?
That engine, I had that engine out of the actual 34 I got now. That was originally in there, and then I put it in that blue, and then I put it in a white one, and then literally it spent all of its life on the limit. So it had 260,000 when I took it out the car, like, and it's still going to this day. Ollie Jordan's got it, and he's still using it to this day. God knows how it's not blown up.
They are good motors then. Standard form are good.
So, what year did you start competing?
2 or 3 years ago, I did Drift Cut. First round was Rockingham. I absolutely hate Rockingham. That didn't go to plan.
No one likes Rockingham, does it?
It's shit. Only Ollie likes it.
I like fucking Rockingham.
Brings back memories.
Yeah. Fuck it, I should have quit then. That was it. That was the peak, and then it's just been decline ever since then.
You're champion.
Oh, well, that's when you took
your peak now.
Didn't you take Wayne there?
Say that again.
You're champion, mate. You're at your peak now.
Say that again.
Should we just have this, like, start a drinking game? Every time we say champion, everybody has to have a swig, or what?
Right.
So I think Ollie's going to say it a bit.
Just say
What
it.
you say, Ollie?
Why can't I see your faces? That's actually pissing me off.
Because you're a retard. Sure,
Have you muted me or something?
No, you might be good at drifting, but you're obviously shit with technology.
No, I've just fucking done this on my phone now.
Click on someone's face and like hold it down, don't you?
I've just got Simo's face. Yeah, I'll take a picture.
I cannot look at
Yeah,
Simo for an hour.
literally Simo's face, right? Hang on, wait there, because you can see. I actually ran over my phone the other day, so I'm on my mum's phone as well. I should show you my phone because I did a donut in my S14 with no bonnet, no doors on, and it came out of my pocket and went underneath the fucking tire. And it had see, that's all I can fucking see, right? I'm gonna have nightmares about that. I can't stare at the screen anymore. Look at that.
Uncle Fester staring at you.
In fact, I'm just gonna hold that there until
So I can see Adam twice now. That's
You
even
got
worse.
two of Adam.
yeah, it's pretty bad. Anyway, go on, Josh. Carry on. You were speaking, mate. My bad.
And then the second one was at Three Sisters. I like Three Sisters. And I managed to get into the top 8, and then the diff carrier decided to let go against Jojo. All I kept hearing was bang, 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 but we managed to get into the top 8. So got my chance at BDC, which was T-side. And then from T-side, I did like a lap and a half of practice, cheered my prop. Good old Pete up there, he decided to go and cut some props up while they're all back together. It's a good job I ain't got fill-ins, otherwise, like, they'd have fat out. It was, like, that bad. But, I managed to qualify. I missed my first qualifying run. And then I only just got out 3 cars before my second qualifying run. And then, I think I qualified 8th. And I was going to call it a day then. But I was like, you know what? I'll go out for the battles. Come first corner. Well, first, like, tight hairpin. Kick the clutch, and then, the CV joint decided it wanted to disintegrate. So that was it. And then I got my license. And then, I didn't do Driftland. That's
What the fuck?
What's going on here?
I was back in the room.
What?
It's working. It's fucking working, boys.
Press
We
the
can't
camera
see you
button
now.
at bottom.
You can't
We
see
can't
me.
see you now.
I'll see that now. You know how I fucking feel.
Yeah, if you press camera button, it should split into a screen before.
There we go. We
That's
are.
it. That's it. That's it.
Now we're talking. Now we.
Look how happy he is.
Oh, I made it. Go on, carry on, Josh. Sorry, mate. I stopped again.
And then I didn't do Driftland because I couldn't be bothered to drive all the way up there. Well, I think I did. Yeah, I did Three Sisters again. Came second. Come up against Dwayne McKeever on the pro day, and that was an obvious lose. But yeah, and then just did pro last year. That was about it. Pro-Am last year. That was about it.
Where did you finish last year?
Fourth. Well, it was joint third, but fourth.
How did that work out? If it
I
was
don't know. Ask Matt. He's useless.
Who got the trophy?
Paul.
Paul.
Oh, I do remember this now. Yeah,
Still not happy about it. It
Yeah.
took some fucking talking to get him on the same screen as you.
Oh yeah. I'd have thought it would have gone of who podium most, not who come podium on the last one or whatever it was, highest on the last one.
You can tell you're bitter about this, can't you?
I am.
He's been talking to Ollie, hasn't
Whoa!
You weren't too bad. I had 2 rounds out realistically because the 34 was just still shit basically.
he? Mm.
But
Because
That
good
was
year.
what
Good
was
year.
that engine? That M50 engine.
What's that?
I said because you were running that M50 engine.
Well, I decided to build the engine and then try and run 1.9 bar of boost through a single valve spring. Didn't really like it. So that was an expensive mistake, but I didn't want to spend $2,000 at the time. But I should have now.
Learn from your mistakes.
Yeah.
So what about you, Ollie? Where did it all start for you, pal?
It started for me. I was always into my Cozzies, my Fords, and everything. And I had a Sierra Sapphire at the time, so I'd actually booked onto a drift day in my Sierra. Bearing in mind this was like a mint Sierra Cozzy with, all stupid bits on it and everything. And I thought, oh yeah, sound, I'll just go drifting in it. And that would have been a very, very bad idea. Looking back on it now. So turned up, we ended up buying a diesel Beamer for £100. Dropped the diff out. Well, didn't even drop the diff out, just welded the diff with an arc welder. Sent an arc welder into it, and when that was it. Actually, I cut the springs because I remember putting sunglasses on and shorts to cut springs, which is fucking lethal anyway.
Why did you have to put sunglasses on to cut the springs?
Yeah.
Why are we going to go for shorts? Why did you change to shorts?
In the last month, the last 3 months, I've been to the hospital 3 times to get stuff pulled out my eyes. I swear, it's just like my
It's
eyes.
people like you that are putting stress on NHS.
Can you see in this one here? I've got like a big piece of metal still in it. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think a sort of
Wearing
the
goggles
spring's
or
gonna-
like space
some
mask?
glass is going to stop a spring.
Yeah, but I think I was like, how old was I? Like 20 something, and I was stupid. So yeah, I was just feeling brave. So anyway, it doesn't matter. It was £100, so paid £100 for this Beamer. Went to Wheels and just basically tossed this diesel Beamer around all day, and it was like, yeah, that was it. I was absolutely hooked from sort of that point on, and yeah, and then it just sort of spiraled from there. Then you go from like the worst Beamer you can think of to, oh yeah, I want a 2.8. After seeing Josh go around in that white BM, I was like, yeah, that's what I want. I want to hear limiter and a bit of revs instead of diesel. And then you sort of outgrow that, and then you go onto an S body, and I've still got my first S body now, which has got the V8 in it now. And yeah, that was it. It just sort of spiraled from there. So I just kept going and going, as you do, spending more money, more bits, fucking blowing engines up, blowing tires up, and then yeah, we're all in the same mess, aren't we? We've all done it. So it's just like a vicious cycle, really.
Ollie,
And then
what engine did you have at Rockingham when you did well?
When I
What's
did
that?
well. No, I had it was 2J. Because I bought the car from Ireland, and it just had a standard 2J bottom end, non VVTi. But yeah, I actually found out later that my wastegate was basically seized. So it was actually seized like open almost. So it was just it was just wasting the whole time. But I didn't even know that, and I used it for like 12 months with like literally no boost, which is probably why it lasted so long. So it was just like an M3 motor. So yeah, it was that was a good car to be fair, but it did have 1J pistons in it, so it was like slightly higher compression or whatever. So because it was slightly higher compression, it didn't feel as laggy but yeah, I did eventually. Well, somebody mapped it and eventually fucking melted it, which we all know who it was. So,
do you not want to name and shame anybody?
What, him?
We can do what we want on this, like we're allowed to drink beer, name and shame.
That means he'll watch it then. He'll watch it and you know that he melted 2 of my engines. And hopefully everybody else knows that he melted 2 of my engines as well.
Ollie didn't even mention it. Didn't say his name.
Did I say that?
So when you started competing, Ollie, you started Drift Outlaws, didn't you?
Yeah, in 2015 it was, yeah.
So how did you get on there?
Oh, you fucking know, don't you? You know what happened. Yeah, so obviously, you know, in true fashion, just went out and borrowed some tires. Actually, I borrowed tires off Stewie, Full Stew, because that's where Full Stew's name came from. Was that
was that your very first competition?
That was my first ever competition, so never done a competition before. Turned up in me SR, well, call it Bendy now, my first S body, and it had an SR engine in it. It was like 250 horsepower. What is it, Josh? Couldn't pull the skin off of rice pudding.
Yeah.
Or what was it? Like, couldn't pull your skin back? Was it? What did you say?
Couldn't pull your foreskin back.
Yeah.
So yeah, we went to it was Pembrey. It was. So yeah, went to Pembrey. Had no idea what to do. Took a load of like part worn tires, and Stewie gave me, because we were part with Stu, and we had a few beers with Stewie at the night and everything, and you know, which is probably one of the main things with the drifting and everything is actually, okay, the drifting's good, but generally you do bad. So you make the better situation of having the beers and stuff of the night time and all the rest of it. And so yeah, we just had like a bit of a party on in the night, and then Stewie gave me a load of grief for running part worn tires. So give me a set of, I'm sure they were like Ginus or something, you know, proper wing wang wasabi bad boys.
Genuine ditch finders.
Hey.
Genuine ditch finders.
Yeah, like absolute belters. Well, they were amazing because I did all my practice, qualifying, and all the way to the battles, all the way to the final with one set of tires, and then I come up in the final against Paul Howard in that stupid F15 one. Come up against him in the final, and somebody said, "Oh, you got wires showing on your tires. You got wires showing." And I was like, well, it doesn't matter really, does it? I'm not going to be able to keep up with him. And then, yeah, it started raining just before like the final run. So, yeah, it just rained horsepower. So the car actually worked on no tyres and kept up with that car. And yeah, so that was first round. That was the first time I ever did a competition.
Who won, you or Paul? I don't know, genuinely.
What's that?
Who won that then?
Me.
Oh, right.
I wasn't talking about that event. I thought you were on about the one at Rockingham that I were at.
The one where I beat you?
No, I beat you.
No, you didn't.
I did. You come third, I come second.
Did I come third?
Yeah, Jace won. I come second, you come third.
I thought I come second.
No, definitely.
He's been telling people for years he came second.
It was me and Jace in final, and I pulled gear stick off my handbrake as I was changing it down straight, and that's why Jace won.
Oh yeah, because Jace basically come to a grinder, didn't he? When I was following him, he'd come to a stop, and I was like, "Well, what am I supposed to do?"
Crash into him, probably knowing you.
That was 12 months on. That was 2016.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He started crashing in 2017.
And then that year, you're doing Drift Cup as well that year?
2016. Yeah, I think it was. I think it was Drift Cup that year. Because I actually crashed into Wanacott, didn't I? That one. Wanacott did a crash, and then I sort of, well, I went to go past him and he pulled out and just fucking wiped the front of his car off. So did another thing.
Well, Ollie Evans in a crash that weren't his fault.
Weren't his fault again.
Shock horror.
Yeah, when you two were on track, that's when the issue. Actually, the fucking three of you. Matches with the three of you.
Yeah, never your fault, pal, is it?
That's what I mean. Well, I seem to be the target here, not anything else.
You drove into me at Three Sisters.
You missed a gear, apparently.
Yeah,
It felt like you missed a gear on entry, pal, when I hit you.
Did it? Fuck.
I've never known anyone enter so slow.
You tried
Supposed
to
be
go
a champion.
backwards to the side of my car.
I was trying to slow down.
If
Oh,
I
right.
hadn't been
Sorry,
there,
Evans.
you'd have gone up and over that bank and hit your head.
No.
You'd have kept going.
I expect you to be a lot faster into that corner.
I didn't need to be. I was calculating.
Oh, is that calculated brake check?
No, well, okay. If it was a brake check, you'd have hit me with the front of your car, but you actually hit me with the back of your car.
Yeah, because I'm that skilled of a driver. I was trying to slow down with the angle.
You were that out of control. You mean? Oh.
No, anyway, back to your drifting history.
My history.
Yeah, so you did your Drift Outlaws, then did Drift Cup.
Yeah, Drift Cup 2016. I think it was start of 2016. I'm sure that's the year that the Slide Boys actually did half decent that year, didn't you?
Will I have been driving then, probably?
Yeah, I think you might have been there. Because it was, it was all about Slide Motorsport in that time, wasn't it?
Mm.
Oh, when you moved up to BDC?
Yeah, when I come up to BDC, it was the three of you, wasn't it? It was you, Manuel,
and Ben.
yeah, because Ben was doing quite well as well, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So it was always sort of you three that were doing the tops, wasn't it? In the pro-ams.
Yeah.
And then you all went up to pro and all did shit. Funny how that works, isn't it?
Look, mate.
Don't you wish you'd stayed in pro-am?
Yeah,
In the good old
I'd move
days.
back to pro-am now if I could.
Yeah, innit? I'd go back to fucking Pembury and just do that one round. To drive out there on my own, I don't want to do anything else.
No, so obviously then you did half a year at BDC and then you had the blinding round at Rockingham, didn't you?
No, I actually had a blinding round at Lyddon. Remember that, Steve-O, at Lyddon?
No.
You don't? Look, you're smiling there now.
No, genuinely, I don't. I've got a
You
shit
don't remember
memory.
pissing on my gazebo?
Tell me all about what?
You don't remember pissing on my gazebo?
Yeah,
Oh, it's this one,
yeah,
isn't it?
I remember.
Yeah. I met
Who-
Steve-O
who's
and
this
Boy
dickhead?
pissing on my gazebo. I said, "What the fuck are you doing, man?" He was like, started laughing. I was like, "No, you're pissing on me."
Genuinely, yeah, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm trying to piss, mate. Chill out.
I'd literally just picked that up and then straight to the backwards piss as well, didn't he? Up at the car park in Lyddon.
Yeah,
Never
we were walking backwards.
Yeah.
Adam, was that the same year we had? Was that same year Jackman were there?
Jack, no. Oh, it might have been.
Who's that?
It's a man with a jack. I don't know, we called him Jack, man.
It's in the name, look.
Because we were jacking up someone's car.
We didn't know his name
So we just called him Jack, man.
for the next 5 years.
And then he come up to Matt at another event and he went, "Oh, you all right, Matt? Can you remember me?" And Matt's like, "No." "Oh, I'm Jack, man."
Called himself it. Yeah, no, I reckon that's probably the first time I met you then, Ollie.
Yeah, I
He
think
tried to have a fight with you.
because I think it was because it was that was round because first was it first round? That was first round Lyddon, wasn't it? Because I qualified at that round.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was.
Oh, was it? Unusual, yeah. And then
Yeah, because you did one round of Drift Cup, didn't you? Then went straight to BDC.
yeah, because I qualified, and then you get your license, don't you? So you go to qualify, but then later that year, when they run Lyddon backwards, I actually won that round in Pro-Am because I beat Connor Shanahan.
See that little claim to fame there is like, remember that one time?
That one
Connor
time.
was 7.
I beat Connor Shanahan. So, yeah, I remember that one because everyone was like, nah, you're bollocks. And I remember running 225, 40, 18, wing wang wasabis again, like proper wing wangs, and they're running the Westies, weren't they? And I was like, well, what's going to happen here then? Anyway.
Did Connor's car blow up?
I don't think it blew up. I can't remember what happened, but...
No, it didn't blow up. It set on fire.
Couldn't see it.
No, you're just trying to steal me thunder here now. Beat him. It doesn't matter. A win is a win. Like that time at Three Sisters when I beat you.
Oh, you brake checked me?
Yeah. Wow, yeah. You can call a brake check.
You didn't brake check me. You entered like 10 mile an hour slower than ever. 20 mile an hour.
Tell me, it was soaking wet, and it's called calculated driving, where you don't go sliding off track. I swear to God, if you weren't there, you'd have been over that hill. You were that fast that you were gone, mate. You were gone.
Yeah, I probably should have calculated rain into it.
You'd still be sliding now, mate.
Adam, to be fair, you two have got a lot in common, actually, Adam and Ollie. It's never your fault either, Adam, is it? When you crash, it's never your fault.
I always hold my hand up.
I'll tell you what, I'll accept fault for when we were at Buxton, yeah, and the pair of you fucking followed me in.
Did you miss a gear then, mate? Yeah?
No, I didn't miss a gear then. I had no brake lights. So I understand.
That's a change, isn't it? You don't have brake lights at BDC either. Only reason he won championship.
Oh, bollocks. Hey, I got checked for that. I got pulled for that.
What, who did you get pulled by? A blind man?
No, pulled me.
Yeah.
And check
just because you got pulled up and you fixed him, pal.
Hey, I don't need to cheat. I don't need to cheat to beat yous.
He's got a little switch under his seat, hasn't he?
It weren't me that didn't have brake lights.
You think I'm capable of wiring a switch onto my brakes?
Probably not.
No.
That's got your name written all over it.
Hey, listen, I'm not. I like winning, but I don't like winning.
No, mate. I was quite proud of you winning, taking championship.
Oh, thanks.
Congratulations. Can I have a round of applause for it?
You're fucking lying.
Well done, mate. No, seriously.
Well done,
Come
mate.
back from bottom and then
Started from the bottom.
Yeah. So both of you have got new builds for this year. Do you want to tell us a bit about them? We'll let you start, Josh.
Well, it's exactly the same car, but just a new shell, really.
That's a different car, mate.
Well, all right. It's a new car, but it's old engine, old running gear. But yeah, Jamie's put me a new cage in and flash bars and this, that, and the other, just because the old one was a bit tatty and thrown together, really. But this one's a bit of a proper job now.
It's looking well. Thought it was I've seen. Looks mint.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for my rear wheels to be powder coated, and I'll reveal it then. But I've been waiting for like a week.
So is it literally you've not done anything like major changes, just literally a reshell?
Yeah, just a reshell. Just making it look tidy, really. The old one just a bit of an eyesore. Like last year, I think the first round I did, the car was two different. Well, it was like multicolored blue, and then it was two-tone blue. Front end was different colour to the back.
I can paint it for you, did I? Wasn't like mine. Same kind of paint job as mine.
Yeah, literally.
What, ropey?
Ropey.
Shades of grey.
And then yeah, it was just fed up of like the purple on the inside. It was all scratched, and like when I painted that when I first built it, it was 2-pack paint, and I literally like probably put at least 8 coats on everything, and it was still shit.
Probably because you put a bit too much on, pal.
Well,
if you painted it properly, you could just put 2 coats on.
Well, they give you hardener and like thinners, and I was like, what the fuck do I do all this?
At that point, you ring somebody up who paints cars and goes, what ratio do I mix it? And they'll tell you.
Well,
if you ever paint your car again, mate, you get stuck. I'm only at other end of the phone.
Well, luckily, Paul at Odd Autos, he's only like literally just over the bank from me, and he's painted it for me. He's done a real nice job of it. But yeah, I'm never painting a car again. Like the 34, I put glitter in the lacquer, thinking, oh yeah, it's a good idea. Didn't think of shaking the gun before I put it on the bonnet, and there's literally a patch like that on the bonnet, just glitter. So yeah, that's hopefully I'll paint that one again with a bit more patience, I think.
Yeah. What about your new build, Ollie?
Yeah, about that.
£100,000 build.
Well,
Yeah.
expensive.
Many lobsters, isn't it, Ollie?
It's what?
Many lobsters.
Yeah, no, I'm taking after me mate.
Lobster boy.
It's expensive, that's for sure. But listen, if you price that build up, that is an expensive car, a very expensive car. So yeah, I don't know. I'm actually. It's like the first time I've properly taken my time building something. So, you know, when Mike does all the videos, like Mike Higo, so he said he would film me building it, which I said definitely fucking not, because you know it's one of the hardest things is to like stand in front of a camera and go, oh yeah, I'm going to do this, and you know seem normal. Like it's so difficult to do, and not come across as a complete
ball end.
Thank you.
Which is hard for you, isn't it?
Yeah,
which is really hard. You know, I've really dumbed it down. Like I can, like obviously I can be quite sharp at times, but you know, like I've tried to stand there and be, you know, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this and do that, but you know, it's difficult to be yourself in front of a camera when somebody stands there and goes, right, okay, well speak. Well, you know yourself, don't you, Matt? Because it's difficult to do, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you know, and I always think of one of the people that's a good example of doing it is Egan. Like Dave Egan is absolutely amazing at standing in front of a camera and speaking.
Yeah.
If you can do anything along the lines of what he does and what he's doing now, you know, that's pretty good. So, you know, we thought we may as well have a go at it. And Mike, the way Mike films, you know, bearing in mind Mike doesn't have a driving license, doesn't drive, has never had an interest in cars before until he started getting into the drifting, and then, you know, he's producing videos and content like he is, like as if he understands how cars are built, which
he's good. Like he's put some really good stuff together, doesn't he?
Which I know that he doesn't until now. You know, like how far he's come now. He could probably build a car. Like he's actually between filming certain bits. Like he can see me going, oh fuck, I need to do this, I need to do that. He'll actually go away and he goes away and makes a panel and stuff. Like I've been making the rear bulkhead in the car, and it's like Mike has actually made parts for me. He goes, oh yeah, I'll do that. And like makes it. I'm like, I didn't fucking know you could do that as well. So you know,
is he local too then, Mike?
No, he's about 45 minutes away from me. So, you know, but I don't mind going. I've spent a lot of time with Mike now, and you know, he comes down and helps out, and you know, when we film little bits, like I said we'd give this like sort of YouTube channel a go that we're doing and filming these episodes and a few other things, and I said that we'd try it and see how it goes, because it is difficult to do. Like I don't care if somebody says you're doing it right, you're doing it wrong. Nobody will tell you how exactly to do it, because there's no right way.
There's no right or what. Yeah.
Yeah, like how else are you going to know if somebody's going to watch that video?
Because I think you've just got to kind of do stuff that you just want to do, and then if people watch it, they watch it. If they don't, they don't.
Well, the most difficult thing for me is doing the car and trying to explain how I'm doing it. Whereas normally I would not care how I'm doing it. I would just do it. So it's like.
So it works.
Yeah. So I'll make our work rather than worry about going, right, okay, well, this is why I'm making it. This is why I'm doing it in this way, kind of thing. So it's really difficult for me to do, and it's difficult for me to speak, because I'm half Scouse as well as being Welsh. So, you know, it's hard to get rid of the Scouse accent as well. And as Josh said, not be a complete bellend when you're on the camera. So, you know, it's we're having a go at. And, you know, the first one did quite well. And I'm trying to do a little bit in between, like editing a couple of videos and that as well. So I don't know. You've got to try. If you don't try, have you watched them?
Yeah.
And what do you think? You haven't watched them. I know.
Yeah, I thought it was good. Really good. I think it come across quite like natural. Do you have to say how you say now that you feel a bit of a dick and stuff? I think all talking and stuff come across like natural, like you're talking to your mate, which you are doing, aren't you? Really?
I haven't got any mates.
I watched the trailer and actually thought to myself, yeah, it does look good. I'd like to watch it, but I haven't watched it yet. I'll be honest.
Matt don't watch anything.
I don't watch YouTube, man. No interest in it.
YouTube is amazing, mate. Like I don't watch telly. Like I won't watch telly. I'll just watch YouTube because you can watch something that on a topic that you want to watch.
Yeah.
You go in and you go to, and it's like them other sites that you go on and you see naked women on. You type in what you want to see. You go on YouTube, you type in what you want to see, and it comes up, and it's like it just is. Yeah. It's like wish.com where you got your latest bird from.
She loved it.
So anyway, do you want to tell us about your new build? You've not even said what it is or anything yet.
Well, you know what it is. If you'd watched the videos, then you'd know what it was.
I know what it is.
What about Adam's fans who are watching this?
Watch what it is.
Yeah, you've actually got more subscribers than me, I think, Adam.
Have I? I ain't got many.
So are you trying to do 1,000 subscribers and stuff?
No, I'm just doing this because I've got no else to do on lockdown. I have posted a video on YouTube for about a year.
Yeah.
This just seems like good fun talking to lads, having a few beers every night.
Yeah, I suppose it is a Friday, isn't it?
It's every night at week for me and Matt.
You do it every night, yeah?
Yeah.
Every single night. I've been trying to get a day off for like the last week.
Why do you want a day off, Steve?
To take me.
He's taking
mannequin out.
Is it for a non-essential Tinder date?
Essential ones, yeah.
So yeah, if you want to know about Ollie's car, you're gonna have to go over to his channel and have a look. What's your YouTube channel, Ollie?
Ollie Evans Drift. It was the only one I could get that made sense.
I've just subscribed.
You've subscribed?
Just.
Have you subscribed to my channel?
I think so. Yeah, I've watched all your videos. I never watched YouTube, but I've watched all yours.
Yeah.
Every single one. That's dedication, mate.
Yeah.
Some hours there. You can tell someone's been on lockdown, can't you? Like you've been working.
I don't literally like people are like, oh, you should watch Adam Alzey and stuff like that, and I'm just like, why do I want to watch their life? But like these are quite funny, to be honest.
Yeah.
Especially everybody ripping Topo.
We should probably have like a section on it about ripping Topo, so everyone who comes on can just stick boot in.
Give him some more greed.
Yeah. Oh, so are you two teaming up next year? Because I seen on Eddie Powers' podcast, Ollie mentioned about you two going to Ireland together and stuff like that.
No, I said that he should come to Ireland.
Yeah, but you were like bigging him up like you and him were going to get on together and do
No,
a bit of stuff.
No. Wouldn't want to spend
Like,
it.
I'm not saying anything nice about anybody. So that,
But no, we were bigging him up saying, yeah, me and Josh King are going to come over and fuck you all over and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's the plan. But the thing is, Josh is wild enough to do that, and you know, like I probably upset quite a lot of people a couple of years ago just because I was unknown and I was dangerous. I was dangerous to a point where it was like I didn't care and it didn't matter. So that was probably the only reason why, and I crashed into a lot of people as well. So I know that Josh has got a similar sort of mentality as that is like it's be killed or it's kill or be killed, isn't it? So it's that if you have that sort of in you, then which he does, then yeah, I think he'd do quite well over there as well. Like he's aggressive enough and crashes enough. Smashing the car up.
I'll just throw it in and hope for the best. That's what
it was completely pointless. You're building a new car, mate. You should have.
Well, I can always ruin this. At least with this one, if I ruin it, it'll be more substantial to pull out than the old one.
What do you mean? What, so more work?
No, it's just like if I crash this one, that there's more sort of strengthening in there to sort of cut it all up. And
you're just going to crash
it
again. So I take it that's a no. You're not teaming up. You're not having a new Washloo team.
Yeah. Washloo team.
Yeah, Team Washloo.
It's a thing. There's incentive in Team Washloo.
Yeah, free toilets so it can wash my ass for me.
So onto the questions we've been asking everybody. Who's going to win Pro and Pro 2 BDC?
Steve-O.
He wins every time they have an event.
We're not having events now, are they? I'm constantly losing at the minute.
So which one's Pro 2? That's the Pro Am, innit? Like now Pro 2. I don't know. Andy Frost, if he pulls his finger out and gets the cars built, like. But I don't know. Don't really know many drivers down in Pro 2 anymore.
That were you last year, mate.
I know, but I know cars, I just don't know names.
Well, tell us a car then.
That E30 Turbo that's got the M50 and he drives quite well.
Oh, Mark Chapman.
That's the one.
The estate.
Yeah, he's quite savage and he's got an M50 and so it's obviously going to win. But yeah, Pro, it's Jesus. There's a lot of savage drivers about, but yeah, it'll be good to sort of just keep trying. At least
ask you if you're going to try, mate. Ask you who are going to win it.
Yeah. It's unknown territory. Like, as people keep saying, Martin won a car. Like, I reckon he's taken too much weight out of his car. Like, you're going to want some sort of weight in there to actually put the power down. Like, that's the way I
agree with you a bit on that.
That's the way I think. Like, if I take 30 kilograms out of my car, I'm not going to feel the difference. So I don't see why the fuck I should bother. Like, I could probably lose a bit of weight so I could get back in my suit, like, but yeah, like 30 kilograms ain't going to make much difference at all. Like, so, like, I've probably got more weight in the car now than I have last year, but it's not really going to make no difference. Like, the car works as it is. I'll probably run a bit more toe in this year than last year, just to try and get a bit more grip into the back end without sort of putting the tyres too low.
What are the secret alignment settings?
I don't know. I just normally let Martin do it. Like, it's normally 5-degree caster, 5-degree camber, a bit of squat on the rear end, and just a bit of toe in. Like, I was 4 mil each side last year, I think, which is, I don't know, like 1.5 degrees toe in.
So who's winning Pro then?
Ollie, there you go.
His head will not fit on screen if you carry on. What about you, Ollie? Pro and Pro 2, who's winning?
Pro 2. Well, I was thinking because he did well last year in the rounds that he did, but he was like really underpowered and everything, and that's Charlie Hume.
Oh yeah, could be.
Yeah, I didn't think about Charlie.
Yeah, Charlie. He's super consistent and everything. He's got a shit mapper, but
who's that, mate?
A bit more power, really. So his tune does sound a bit flat.
That's just the SR, that is.
Yeah, shit limiter. It's got a shit limiter on it.
Yeah, a bit of a shit limiter. So yeah, if he gets that straightened out, then Charlie will do quite well, I reckon. I think he's running like 265s now. So he's gone up to like 18s, 265.
Do you not think he could have a grip his car though if you're putting 265 18s on?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, he's going to be hanging off the back of it really to try and keep the wheels moving. But like his driving style is like, he's really smooth. So he's not hanging on the car to keep the car moving. So he's sort of in between that level of grip and sliding, and like he doesn't smoke a lot, and you know, like he's right on the borderline all the time. So you know, he's got good feeling. Like you can tell he can feel the car and when the car's working and everything. So if he can do that, then he's fine. It'll just be when he's up against the slower car and he grips his car up too much, that's when he'll either break something or just basically straighten out. You'll just straighten the car out, and that's when it's difficult, is when you come up against a slower car like Adams.
Not this year, pal.
What do you mean this year? You put a turbo on it?
No, we've got a bit more power and some suspension that works.
A bit more power. You need a lot more power.
I don't think.
You need to throw
about the power, Ollie.
We'll see, Ollie.
Throw that bloody V8 in the bin. Jay-Z back in it.
No, I'm good for that, pal. I'd rather just drive my car and have it work and that. Take it off trailer, park it in my garage, walk it, put next to them.
You need a proper Jay-Z built. That's what you need.
No, I'm good for Jay-Z's.
Yeah.
To be fair, my JZ weren't actually that bad. It was like drivetrain stuff that I used to wreck all the time.
Yeah, they just destroy everything back of the box, don't they? Or back of the engine. So yeah. So anyway, it was Charlie Hume is going to do.
You're not allowed to pick yourself.
I will say. Out of the people that are going to do well, I would say Josh. Josh is going to do well. Not just because he's on this call. So I don't fucking like him anyway. Josh will do well. If he doesn't keep breaking props and stuff.
No, I've sort of ironed out the drivetrain now, I think.
Them famous last words.
Yeah.
I carroted it last year on the centre prop donut due to they slightly redesigned it now when Dave Mack rebuilt it. I've never snapped a shaft before until Buxton, and I've snapped two coming off the line.
That's handbrake, that though, isn't it?
Handbrake, definitely
handbrake to clutch up if you're snapping both through.
What's that?
If you snap both shafts, you're on handbrake and let clutch up, aren't you?
I didn't snap both at the same time.
He's laughing because he knows.
It's literally like you come off the line first, then you slam it into second, put the power back down, you got a little bump in, like just over. And I was like, slammed it into second, and it's like, oh, I've never snapped a shaft before, and I snapped two. But yeah, if I need to, I'll just get. I've got spares. They're just a bit like rocking or shit though.
Yeah, I know Ash Jones has got spares.
Has he got an M3 rear end?
Yeah.
Ah, the Evo one.
I'm not 100% sure. But I know he's bought all M3 shafts that come up on sale on eBay. And then somebody put a wanted thing up, and somebody sent him a message saying they got some for 80 quid. So he sent them 80 quid bank transfer, and they didn't send him any drive shafts. He's devastated about it. So if you see him at Tracker,
I'm going to put some up on eBay now.
Bring it up.
Yeah, there's going to be an advert on Facebook in a minute.
Yeah.
I'm just going to bait it like that.
Is there any other new pro drivers who you think will do any good, Ali?
Paul Cunningham will do well. He's keen enough again. He's keen enough. He's spent the money, hasn't he? He's sequential box now, and
hey,
don't
need got a Yandel engine, eh?
Yeah, and he's got a he's got a JDM. I think he's got a JDM engine. He's not got a Yandel engine.
Same thing, isn't it?
Built by the same thing.
No, there's two different guys that build it, I think. Yeah, so unless it's got DY on the rocker covers, I don't think it's DY engine.
All right, I thought he built all JDMs.
He does JDM. Jay does a lot of the machining work and assembling heads and assembling bottom ends. But a complete engine is, if it's a complete sealed engine from DY, then it's a DY engine.
Right. So basically, it's a head and a bottom end from DY that somebody else has put the head on.
Yeah, probably. It could be. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. But
well, speak to Paul. Paul will tell you that one, won't he?
Yeah.
So yeah, I remember speaking to Paul because Paul asked me a load of questions about going to JDM, and I know that JDM's engines are are spot on. If you buy something from JDM Garage, then you know it's right. If you buy something from DY or it's built by DY, then you know it's right. So, you know, why would you go buy something off some monkey somewhere that's been dogged the shit out of and just end up doing it twice? You know, you
like Topo.
Topo just needs to just stop what he's doing and just go and do it properly. Like
Topo's confident his engine's done now.
Yeah, he was.
We found the problem. The balls are too big. The balls are too big for his pistons.
He needs to stop going up gears and then just revving the back out of it. Like, I've never known anybody getting to 6th gear doing a fucking donut. Like, it's awesome. Like, it's amazing. Like, I don't even know how it's possible. I cannot drive like that. How Topo drives, I cannot drive. So, yeah.
Well, just the highest gear possible and clutch kick it and make.
Yeah, if it's not spinning, I'm gonna make it spin or something's gonna break. So yeah, amazing. But I don't even know what the question was now. You asked me something else. Oh, Cunningham. Paul Cunningham. Somebody else you could do quite well is Stevie Fitz. He doesn't fucking care what he's doing. He will just smash his car up regardless of anything. And I know it's been to Quinny's, hasn't it? And
it looks mint now, to be fair, doesn't it?
Looks nice. It looks a bit like somebody else's S50.
Yeah, it does. I saw a similar car earlier.
Don't know what you're on about. So it does. It looks absolutely mega, and fair play to Quinny's and that for doing that. You know, the way Joe Doyle and Kevin turn out cars. You know, that's.
I don't think Kev does much, though, does he?
The way, rephrase it. The way Joe Doyle turns out cars from Quinny's place is absolutely amazing. You know, like that's sort of the benchmark of round here, isn't it? You know.
Yeah, Joe's mint at what he does.
Really. Oh yeah, amazing. Like I
don't know if you saw this Z4 that got built at Clark Customs last year.
Who?
This Z4 that got built at Clark Customs last year, but it's pretty fucking savage. The build on it is unreal.
Lazy V8.
I want about the build, mate. The build quality.
It's got a good fucking paint job on it. I'll give you that. I need you to come down here and paint my car. Jesus.
Look, mate, I'm on lockdown. If you need something doing, I can nip over for a couple of days' work.
Yeah,
you like to work.
Honestly, mate, I've got multiple cars here to paint. I need my Cosy painting as well. I've got a Sierra Sapphire Cosworth that I want to paint, and I cannot do it because if I paint it, I will just make a mess of it. Like,
how many cars have you actually got at the minute?
I don't even know. What I have to do is when I think about how many cars I got, I phone Dango up. Because I think, oh God, why have I got so many cars? And you know, it gets me down, and I think, oh.
He makes you feel better.
Yeah, I phoned Dango up and said, Dango, just tell me how many cars you got, mate, because I just need to know. And then he'll tell me, and I instantly feel better. You know, and Dango is amazing for that.
Yeah.
He is life coach, and he will tell you, he'll say, oh, there's always room for one more, you know.
How good was it getting on podium with Dango at final?
Oh, yeah.
You two are really good mates, aren't you?
It's what?
You two are really good mates, aren't you? So both of you to be on a pro podium must have been something else like.
Yeah, it was really good. Like, I pretty much as I started, when I got into drifting, and then I was up at Buxton and met Dango and drove with Dango. He had a PS13 up there. And then I was drifting with him, and then he said, oh, I got invited to do a demo at Three Sisters. So I bought the S14, went down there in the S14, drove with Dango, and then I used to drive with Dango like every other weekend. It was, you know, we did a lot of driving together, and basically he taught me how to twin properly. He taught me how to drive a line properly. I could never understand how he could drive so well because he's blind.
And he swaps cars every single event.
Yeah, he never drives. He tells you drive the same car, drive the same tires, and that's how you should learn. And I was like, right, okay. So I bought an S body and I just drove an S body. And then every time I saw him, he had the PS13, he had his Laurel with the V8 in, He had SR20s. Then he had a JZ, Sora, and then just literally
7 Series. He's had Dango has had every he's one of them people you go, oh, I fancy one of these, and he goes, yeah, don't bother this shit. Like, no matter what car you want, Dango's had it.
Yeah,
or still got it.
Yeah, or still got it, or still owns it. Yeah, so yeah, Dango. I did a lot with driving with Dango, and yeah, we went to Japan together in 2015, early 2016. Went over there.
There's a video of that on your YouTube channel, isn't there?
Oh, see, yeah, you've been there. So you know, I've had them GoPro footage for like since 2015, and never done anything with it. And then I was like, right, I'm gonna actually put it together. You know, just almost for myself, so I can see the footage of when
to look back in that, isn't it?
Oh yeah, and like, you know, I went there with Dango, Hayden, Ian Blackett, Dango's Mrs. Penny, and Hayden's Mrs. Terry. So, you know, we all went over there. We all had cars.
Who did you go with?
Old Spice. Old Spice came with me, and probably the most terrifying thing was driving around Minami, so the jump in Ibisu, with Old Spice driving. And he actually tried to drift.
You let Old Spice?
Old Spice tried to do the jump drift in Ibisu. He was drifting the bottom corner of Minami. I'm so gutted I didn't get the footage of it, because he was actually drifting the bottom corner, around the corner, and then back up the hill. And then he got carried away and tried to do the jump, and just like out of nowhere. And I looked at him, I was like, "What are you doing, man? What are you doing?" I was like, "Oh, you know, like it just like I've got a video of Old Spice jumping into my Beamer at Buxton, setting off right, and doing handbrake entry at Buxton, flat out, like down the pit wall, down the fucking gate wall, mate, like flat out." And I was like, "What is this?" He was going that fast. His hair was flat back on his head.
I feel like for your YouTube channel, a video that'd be really good. Once you've like introduced your dad into the channel, it'd be like the 10 best Old Spice moments.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't know if any of you've seen it, but on Instagram, today or yesterday, Ollie's he's getting in passenger seat of Ollie's car, and Ollie like drove off a little bit. So he's just like opened door and just started kicking dashboard. It's hilarious, like, you gotta watch it. But yeah, some of the shit he gets up to is unreal.
Oh, he's absolutely ace. He's 61 going on 21, you know. Honestly, he's such a laugh. Like the 3 weeks of this lockdown that we've had now, he has done my tits in though. Like he's but yeah, it's really good. It's really good that he comes around with me, and you know, that's part of the reason why we said that we'd do the European series this year, was because my dad will come with me, my mates are going to come with me, we're going to go rattling around Europe, drifting cars, drinking beers and partying on. You know, it's like
not bad really, is it?
Yeah, you got one chance to do it, and it was like I'd probably never do it again. Like if I was going to do it, I would do it now. It would be the only time to do it. So you know, that was part of the decision with going ahead with that. And you know, I get to.
It's one of them, if you've got the opportunity, you don't take it, you'd be absolutely bonkers.
Oh yeah, I'd be fuming. If I'd rather regret the things I've done than regret the things I never did.
Yeah, definitely, without a doubt. You only live once.
So it's I might financially never recover from this. But
I've got some good stories to tell.
Yeah.
Well, we've been going an hour now, boys. So
you've only got through 2 questions, mate.
We're
must rattle on,
ready to wrap up. But have you got any questions for Matt about BDC before we finish?
Are you going to drive again? Are you going to sort that piece of shit engine?
I am gonna. Yeah, it's going to be a V8 like again, so you'll not be happy.
Why are you doing that to yourself?
I just want to skid, mate. I just want to do a bit of driving again.
Just throw it in the bin and just put an M50 in it. Or
a M50.
What, get Josh to sort me out. Yeah?
Mate, I've got a fucking M52 on my trailer.
Oh, scrap that. They're
Mate, it's got an M50 manifold on and a raised rev limit ECU.
You blow them up for fun, Timo. I've never known somebody blow M52 engines up as consistently as you.
I've only ever blown one up.
Yeah, but
you were there when it blew up.
Yeah, no, it was amazing. It was like a lap. You'd already cooked it.
And then Andy Frost were at Buxton.
Yeah,
we gave him a bit of peer pressure, didn't we?
It was weird. Yeah.
Wheels.
You were like, oh yeah, you're going out. What was it? What you said to him?
It was. Your missus is making you go home, weren't it? You miss it. I can't believe your missus is making you go home. At that point, you just like come back out and went, come on then, lads, let's go back out. And you did.
Red mist.
Went out and then his car blew up as well, didn't
it? You crashed on first lap, didn't you?
No, I didn't crash. Matt spun. I stopped.
Payment again.
I stopped, and then Andy Frost crashed into me.
Oh, yeah, because
there's video evidence of it as well.
I just there, big skids with the boys. Turned up and I was signing on. And I watched YouTube driving. I was like, oh, great news. Now I'm driving on my own.
Hey, we're always having fun though, aren't we?
What about your E36 that you fetched to Buxton that were your practice car?
The black one?
Missile car.
Do you know what? I parked it up at the moment and it pains me to see it because...
Are you still pissed off about it?
Yeah, because it was actually semi-straight before you... got involved, like.
The thing is, do you know when we're coming around that corner at Buxton, I railed you into the wall because you were just driving round.
Yeah, you fucking nailed
it. I pulled off and I proper felt bad, like I proper just railed him into the wall. And Ash Jones got out of the car and he was like, that was fucking mint. I've just seen you smash Ollie into the wall. It was fucking amazing. And then that literally just, all the guilt just went straight out with
Yeah, because what did I do? I think I popped the tyre or something.
Yeah, you were driving around outside at wall.
Yeah,
so I were undertaking you, and then Ash Jones tried to undertake me. So I had nowhere to go and just punted you straight into the wall. I'm like, fuck that prick.
I've had that car, right? I've had that car for years. I actually got given that car, a genuine 328 Sport with one owner, right? It was a relic. And yeah, I got given that car, had it for years, absolutely beat it to death, and I completely destroyed it in one day at Buxton.
One day with Slide Boys.
Yeah, one day with Slide Boys, right? Absolutely wrecked it. You two like stacked me into the front of that car, and I lost.
Did you see Matt's car after you brake checked him?
My neck still hurts.
Ollie brake checked you, but he didn't actually use brakes. He used car in front of him.
I'm not saying anything.
Right, we've been chatting shit for over an hour now, boys.
You pair knew the risks of driving with me on that day. I warned you about that car.
Mate, you were the one who come out worse.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, I'm going to say, I couldn't care less about that thing of mine. So.
I even felt sorry for you and give you a track rod, you prick.
Yeah, rolling about in the shit trying to change it. I didn't want to be beaten. I haven't moved it since I rolled it off the trailer since that day, right? I'll send you a picture of it tomorrow, and it is disgusting what you've done to that Cardiff area.
Anytime, mate. Anytime.
Right, we've done for an hour now, lads. It was good chatting to you both. A good bit of banter, and I shall see you all in a bit.
I'm not yet.
What's he say?
What's that?
What you said?
How come we can't go over an hour?
Because no one wants to listen to you for more than an hour.
I'm enjoying myself. I forgot this was even being recorded. I thought you just phoned me up for a chat.
Right, well, stop it now, and then we can carry on having a chat if you want.
No, fuck that. If it's not getting recorded, I'm gone.
Anyway, Ollie, do you want to plug your YouTube channel a bit more before we go?
What, to the 20 people that are going to watch this to this point?
Watch his subscribers thing shoot up now, though.
Yeah, they're not going to want to listen to me anymore after this, are they?
I don't know. You're the champ.
I haven't swore once in any of me YouTube. Oh yeah, I did actually in the start, didn't I, in the intro? But
yeah, this is different. My YouTube channel is different to yours. You can swear, you can drink, you can do whatever you want on it. Mine's real. I don't try and be somebody else.
Yeah, mine's not pretend, like.
Right, we're done. See you in a bit, boys.
See you in a bit.
All right, see you in a bit.
Take it easy, Tat.